Hi all, this is Mike Smith. In this short video I'm going to show a simple method for dividing or organizing an online shop into product categories. So at the moment, as you can see on the Uber Trash Custom Jewelry Wearable Art website here, we've got the main shop page and all the products are listed on this page. And certainly people can search products here, but what we want to do is organize it so that as we add more products, such as necklaces, collars, other types of jewelry, we're going to use the categories feature of WordPress to organize them so that they display on separate pages, and then we're going to add links in the menu at the top here to those pages. Now this is the simple method. I'm going to create another video shortly which uses shortcodes, but this is not using shortcodes. This is the easy way to do it. So let's get started. So the first thing we need to do is check our products and see if we can organize them into product categories. So going to the dashboard, and we're going to just scroll down to products here, all products, and you can see that there's an item here called categories, but let's just have a look at all products first. On this website, it's a fairly new website, so we're just adding content to the website. Most of the products here are necklaces, and I've just very recently added a couple of example products so that I can set up new categories. So at the moment we've got mostly necklaces and one product in the collars category and one product in the bracelets category. Now let's have a look at how those categories are actually allocated. So allocating a category to a product, well, let's just try adding a new product, and as you can see on the right hand side here under the publish control is product categories, and initially there was only the one category here, necklaces. So as you add a new product, you can select the category here, and if you want to add a new category, then you can simply just click on that control, type the name of the new category here, press this button, and it will add to the list, and also by default it will be checked as well. So that's how to allocate an existing category and also how to add a new category to a product. Okay, now if we want to edit an existing product, we can do that. So in the all products page here under the dashboard, we can edit a product, and what that does, if I press edit, it brings up the main edit screen, just that product. If I want to just make a small change, for example to the categories, we can just click on the quick edit here. So for that product, change the product category, or for this product, see the quick edit here. That's a really convenient way to make small changes without having to bring up the product in its own window. So it's very rapid here. We can also actually make bulk changes. So for example, if I cancel here and I check both of these, and then so they're checked, and then edit up here under bulk actions, and then press apply. So now for both of these products I can add categories. So that's a good way to change a list of products. Alright, so I'm just going to cancel out of that. So any of these products can have any number of categories. So at the moment they're in single categories, but they can have multiple categories. So for example, a necklace could be categorized by its material as well as by its style. So we can start adding materials here if we wanted to. Okay. So, but let's just have a look at also the main screen to edit a product. So just the main edit there. And so here we are back in the familiar edit screen again, and I can play with the categories over here. When I'm done, I just press update. I haven't made any changes here, but I will press the update. and then if we want to, we can view the product up here or here. Okay, so 2 links there to the view product. Okay, and the category is displayed just before the add to cart button here, right there. Okay, so we can have a look at another product, for example, one of these necklaces, 308, and we can see that the category is in necklaces. So if we wanted to edit this product, we can go up to edit product there, and then alter or add new categories as required. So that's changing the category or adding categories to existing products. Okay, now if we want to actually manage the product categories, we can do that from the dashboard here, dashboard, products and categories. We need to take care here because these are product categories and as distinct from post categories. So for example, up here, posts, which is our blog posts, they also have categories, not the same categories. So let's go to product categories here, and you'll see that there are 3 categories, and we can add another category here without actually having it allocated to a product at this stage. So if you wanted to, you could just create a list of categories and then later go and allocate those categories to products. Or you can do it, as we've seen already, or you can do it as you create the products. So there's a number of ways to go about this. From this point on in the video, I'm going to assume that we have organized our products and categories. So for example, we've got some necklaces here, we've got at least 1 collar and at least 1 bracelet. And so the idea is that we're going to have the necklaces displayed on a page, the collars displayed on another page, and the bracelets displayed on another page. And if people want to view all of the products, then they would go to the shop link. Okay, so let's go back to viewing all the products here. And in fact, we'll go back to the home page of the website. So the way this would work is that we've got a shop link here, and that would go to the general shop page, which lists all of the products. And those new products, those 2 new products that I added will come up on the last page, page 3. So there, as you can see, we've got necklaces, the bracelet and the collar product all being displayed on the shop page. So now what we're going to do is add more pages just for the necklaces, just for the bracelets and just for the collars. So let's do that. Okay, now rather than just do it or show how it's done, I'm going to explain how it works as I show how it's done, and hopefully you'll this understanding will be useful. So what we're going to do is just have a look at the URL at the top here. As you can see, we've got the domain name, and then we've got a / and then shop, which is actually this page, and then as you can see, a page and then a number 3. So that URL reflects that we are in the shop on page number 3, on a page, and that page number is number 3. And if I click back to page 1, that should go back to page 1 up here, or maybe it will just go to shop. Yep. If I go to page 2, it will go to page 2. Okay, so this URL up here actually is useful because we can create menu items directly to the URL. So for example, we could have a link up here in the menu directly to page 2 or directly to page 3. And we don't need to do that because the theme is taking care of this by adding our little navigation tool down here. But it's this idea that is going to help us deal with categories. So let's see how that works. Firstly, I'm going to navigate to page 3 and just have a look at one of the new products that we've created, the example bracelet product. Okay, so clicking on the example bracelet product, will display the product, and we can actually see the category here. So if I were to click on that category, what that would do is bring up all of the products that are in the bracelet category. So let's see what happens to the URL up here when I do that. Okay, so I've clicked on the bracelets category, and as you can see, now it's got product category bracelets. And so displayed here are all of the bracelets. There's only one at the moment, but as you can see, we can sort by popularity. So the theme is ready to go if we had more than one bracelet. And if I were to change this up here to necklaces, doing this manually, product category necklaces, then it's going to display all the necklaces. And just to show you, it's only the necklaces. So let's go to page 3 here. Previously in the shop we saw the bracelet and the collar, but obviously they're not displayed here because we're limiting ourselves to the necklaces category. And if I now edit that to collars, that should just bring up the collars products, of which there is only one as well. So the key to simply managing product categories is understanding that we can create links directly to these URLs, and that's what I'm going to do next. One for the collars, one for the bracelets, and also one for the necklaces, and add those links here in the menu. So let's do that next. Now, before we add links to menus, we need to understand a little bit about how the menu system works in WordPress. It's also very useful information. So let's have a look at the dashboard, and we're going to go underneath appearance here to menus. And as you may have noticed before, menus is accessible directly, but let's just do it this way. It's a more standard way of doing things. So we go to menus. What menus are simply the links across the top in this special location here that allow someone to navigate. And so, for example, you could have a page, and then you create a link to that page by using the menu tool. And you can add page links, or you can add post links, or links directly to products, or, which is what we're going to do, a link directly to the product category. So I'm going to take that entire link there, and I'm going to copy that link, and I'm going to create a menu item that will take us there. So now currently, as you may be able to see, home, contact, about, shop, those links correspond to what we call what I have called in this website the short menu: home, contact, about, shop. And these are draggable, right? So we can reorganize our menu if we wanted to. So let's say, for example, if we wanted to put about first, save that menu, and then if I refresh this, the about should change to there. So managing menus is actually pretty easy in WordPress, and we can add new menu items using the tools on the left here. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create links below shop here, which is in fact to the right of shop here, to those categories that I created: the necklace category, and the bracelets category, and the collars category. And clicking on the product categories down here just allows those to come up. So I'm just going to check all of these, add them to the menu. Alright, so now they're necklaces, bracelets, collars, and they will appear to the right of this link here. So I'm just going to refresh the page. Okay, so necklaces, bracelets, collars. So if someone wants to go to the shop, they can click on shop, and that should take them to the shop with all of the products. So let's just check that. So on page 3, make sure that our other two products are there. Yes, they are. If someone just wants to have a look at the necklaces, they can do that. Okay, and so let's just check page 3 here, making sure that the other two products are not visible, and they're not. And as you can see at the top here, the URL is as we expect, product category necklaces. Now when someone clicks on bracelets, it should bring up that a listing of bracelets of which there is only one product in that category. Same for collars. Okay, so that's the simple way of managing categories. Now, if we're only looking at a small number of categories such as this, that works okay because there's room in the menu here. If we had a lot of categories, we might want to place these menu items underneath as a sublist. And let's have a look at that next. Okay, so what we're going to do now is move these menu items to appear vertically underneath shop, because logically that kind of makes sense. Another way of doing this, if we had a lot of categories, is that we might make a list over here on the right hand side so that it's easy for someone to navigate around this site. But that's outside the scope of this very simple tutorial video. So let's just tidy this up by putting these links underneath shop. So going back to the menu tool here, what you can see here is that we can actually drag these around, and we can also indent them, you see. So if I drop that necklaces menu item there, it suddenly becomes a sub item. So let's just save that menu item and then go back to the shop just to refresh the page. So now you can see that the bracelets and collars menu items are top level menu items, but the necklaces is a sub menu item underneath shop. So we're going to do that to the others as well. Bracelets, collars, and of course if we wanted to we could reorganize these, but let's just leave them like that for now. Save the menu, go back to our product page here. I can refresh it, so now we've got a nice tidy submenu item here. Submenu list, I should say, here of submenu items, and that works pretty well. So I'm just going to leave it there for this video, just mentioning that this was the simple way of managing product categories, and if we had a lot of categories, then we might think of a better way of organizing this. But at least now it's obvious to someone visiting this site that there is a submenu here under with the down arrow. The shop owner may decide to just leave them as they are across the top for visibility. So there are some options there, and if we also had a lot of categories, we could put them over here in the sidebar. So that's it for this video. What I'm going to do is I'm going to return this menu back the way that it was, so that we can have a discussion with the owner of this website as to how they would actually like it to be done. Right, so I'm going to go back to menus over here, and I'm just going to remove these items one by one. Okay, save that menu so that our menu works as before. Let's just refresh the screen here. Okay, so now we've got shop, and if we click on shop, then those two extra products that I created for this demonstration should appear at the end. And now what I'm going to do is make those products invisible so that they don't appear to the public. So let's go back to the dashboard here, to our all products listing, all products over here, and then what I'm going to do is just quick edit each of these to make them draft. Yep, so update that one, and the same for this one, draft. Alright, so that tidies this website up. Let's just make sure that that's all good. Go back to view products up here in the shop, and let's just check page 3 again. page 3. So hopefully, yep, those example products still exist, but they're not displayed in the shop because they're not published now, they're just in draft form. Okay, so that is how to manage and display products according to categories using a simple method of just creating menu items to the product categories. And this website is ready to go when those extra product categories are added and products added to those categories. So thanks very much for watching.